I assume some people will be hopping on in the next few minutes because I just posted on the team page. And let's hope my dog is not a dick. But welcome to the Mad Empire team call. Today is Tuesday, March 31st, 2020. What a time to be alive, you guys, right? Like, it is just such a whirlwind of emotions going on. It's just like something like you just can't even put your finger on what it is, but it's just weird. So here's our leaderboard. It's last day of the month, which means we got some crunch time and I want to get to the meat and potatoes of the call, but we got some people to shout out. So on our leaderboard right now, Shelby just signed up her spouse, which is super exciting. So she hit Success Club 2 today. Lex is at 2, Corbin's at 2, Chelsea's has helped 2 lives. She's at Success Club 4. Megan hit Success Club, which is super exciting. There's no doubt that Chelsea's not going to hit Success Club by the end of the night. Melina's at Success Club 12, meaning she's helped 6 people this month. And I'm at Success Club 21, which, like I said, is just so random and I hate it. But we got some killer Emerald coaches in the family right now. And then I'm this lone diamond over here that needs some friends. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Okay? So we've welcomed 6 new coaches to the team from multiple sponsors in the last 5 days. So Cassidy Coulter, Brendan Noonan, Claudia Garcia, Katie Biscus, Haley Shop, and Allie Cameron, welcome to the team. And then lastly, if you guys did not see today, and I went live in our team page, but Summit has been canceled, and I wanted to just be so pissed off because this was the event that I went in as Diamond, and I left 2 months later as a Premier 2020 Coach 2-star. Like, it was the event that went from here to here for me, and I wanted so many of you guys to witness that and feel that and the energy and be around our team. And so many of you guys had gotten your ticket, and it's just such an event that you can't duplicate at all. Like, everyone's like, oh, we'll have a virtual summit, we'll do this, we'll get together, and it's just nothing is going to compare to that event of having 20,000 coaches in one building, 20,000 coaches in the streets of New Orleans working out. But we can't control that, and so I want you guys to set your sights on our, I'm going to talk about it, but our retreat that's coming up in September. Yes, it seems like a little far away, but if you have your sights set on something and a date in mind, you're going to make it happen. But if you're like, well, Punta Cana was canceled, Summit's canceled, why am I even doing this? Because those are the things that make you want to show up. You're going to have no like reason and desire. But if you set your sights on our leadership event in September, you're going to be so much more driven. So dates this week that we haven't already accomplished. Thursday, put these in your calendar, is our action hour. Thirsty Thursday, 5 p.m. Get there. We're going to just do a power hour together as a team. I want all the community that I can get because it helps me stay focused, happy, mentally, physically. Like, I get shit done when I have my team around me, and you guys are the reason why I show up every day. Friday at 6 a.m. If you're not a morning person, get your booties there. Work out with us on the team link. Maybe you don't do it every day this week, but you guys are frozen. Maybe it's me. But if you can get there at least once this week, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Saturday, we're just going to have a hangout at 8 a.m. Just bring your mimosas, bring whatever you want. Maybe you drink water. Who cares? Orange juice, coffee. But let's just hang out. It's not going to be business related. Like, we're literally just going to sit there and chat about probably like dogs and cats and just whatever, we want to. But that's going to be on Saturday at 8 a.m. So just to keep our sights set, our 2020 incentives, it's April. We're literally like a couple hours away from April. And I wanted just to remember like why we do what we do. And then the incentives of why it's so important to get there. Like, when you hit Emerald, you'll get a PD book sent from me. And then after your first month of Success Club, which can happen in the same month, you could get a PD book and a tripod from me, because tripods literally elevate your business from here to like 100 because of the actual angle that you're shooting your stuff at. People are like, oh my God, I look so ugly when I work out. And I'm like, yeah, because you're like here and then like doing a bicep curl. Like, that's not cute. No one wants to see that, right? So elevate your business, hit Success Club. And then if you hit 3 months Success Club, you'll get a custom shaker bottle. 6 months is a pair of Adidas from me, or Nikes if you're not an Adidas person. And then hitting Diamond, held for 6 weeks, and we'll go over just the qualifications really quick. You'll be at our leadership retreat in Scottsdale in September. And then Premier is a Kate Spade purse, which is like my favorite purses. And then Elite is an all expense paid vacation to Mexico. We might change the location. Who knows? Hit Elite and we'll find out, right? Qualifications. So just again, our retreat, going over the dates really quick. July 16th is the last day to start qualification for our Diamond Retreat. I think you guys should put in May 21st, which is the virtual retreat that all the Superstar Diamond coaches that have been in this business that Christina's running. That is the last day to qualify is May 21st. So I would put that date in, but the last deadline is July 16th. And then you have to hit Success Club 3 out of the next 6 months to qualify as well, because if you're not adding coaches, how are you going to get to Diamond? Or if you're not adding customers, you're never going to get to Diamond. So you need to be hitting Success Club as a benchmark. And then if you're a new coach, you just need to be hitting Success Club by July 16th. And then just a little tentative schedule. I'm not going to go over all this, but you guys know that it's obviously going to be absolutely amazing because it's our team getting together. And that's the next time that our team gets to be in one spot together. Who knows? I'm not waiting another year and a half to hug all you people in real life till Summit 2021, right? We need to get our butts and make this happen so that we can have the best time ever, okay? Sweet. Now I am going to stop sharing and I'm going to throw it over to Payton so she can blow us away with all her knowledge and nuggets. But maybe start with just kind of explaining who you are and a little bit of your story as well, because I don't know if everyone knows.
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Payton. I am part of the Uplines team. So Katrina Scott, I call her Feeper. I've only ever known her as Feeper. She's one of my best friends. And so she brought me on. Fun fact, I was a Beachbody coach 3.5 years ago. So I'm also in the Navy. I'm stationed in San Diego. Me and my husband live down here and we just had a baby girl. So if you hear a baby crying, that's her, James. So when I joined the Navy, I was overweight. I was in a really unhealthy relationship. I was not in a good place whatsoever. And Katrina was like, you should sign up for Beachbody and you should drink this shake and you need to do this workout and you should try to coach. And I tried, and the only person who joined me was my mom. I did drink the shake every single day leading up going to boot camp. And I quit coaching. Once I got into boot camp, I quit coaching, quit drinking the shake because the Navy happened. Then flash forward 3 years, I'm married. I'm sent out on deployment on a ship. And I worked out every single day of that deployment. My goal was I wanted to lose 15 pounds because when I got back, I was getting married. So my goal was I wanted to lose 15 pounds for my wedding so I wouldn't have arm jiggle in my dress. Because I hate, when you see dresses, I hate the arm fat, the rollover. So my goal was to that's going to be gone. I had 1 month left of deployment. Our deployment even got extended. So I had an extra month to work on this. I did not lose a single pound. I worked out every single day. I could lift heavier. I could deadlift. I could do all the weird things Marines were doing, but I did not lose any weight. And so Feeper asked me one more time. And meanwhile, she was messaging my husband saying this would be a really good business opportunity for you. And so Nick was like, if we do it, we do it for a year. And I said, if we do it, we're actually doing the program and I'm going to kick your ass. And so I signed up in Thailand, January 24th. My very first workout was in an all-tiled gym. In Thailand, they tile the walls and the ceiling. So I was like a sweaty mess slipping all over the place. It was T20. And at the end of the 20 minutes, I knew the light bulb hit. I was like, this is it. I'm sticking to this program. This is going to be my favorite. And I did. I completed T20 3 times. I lost 11 pounds in 3 weeks. So I worked 8 months to lose 15 pounds and I lost it in 3 weeks. And then I went back to the ship because we're in port for 4 days. I went back to the ship and I emailed my mom and I said, Mom, I did this program and I think you would like it. And she was like, okay, I'll do it. And then that's how my business started. I was not going to coach. I was not going to do anything. I was just going to do it. And Nick, my husband, was the one that was like, oh, I'll do all the coaching and it's all come to me. So Maddie wanted me to talk about how I grew to Diamond. Like I said, I started January 24th and I was Diamond. You had to qualify for it for Summit in June or the end of May. and I was diamond by then. And I strictly did it by utilizing my warm market. In November, I signed up my first person from from Instagram, and she found me. She's from Canada. That's the first person I signed up that I did not know. So how I did it, if you guys have questions, drop it in the chat, please. Maddie, you're like, I'm looking at you. Maddie's nodding, so I must be going in the right direction. So how it all started is I was on deployment. I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't have Wi-Fi. I had to download the workouts and do them from this cell phone. So I didn't have all the resources you guys have. The Navy blocks a lot of websites, so sometimes I couldn't even get onto the coach office. So I went through our wedding list. I had my wedding list and I had everyone's email address, and my husband and I split it one by one. We both drafted an email, and it wasn't a, hey, will you do this with us? It was, hi, we just started something new. We're really excited about it. We've only been doing it a couple of days, but we love it. We're going to do a shedding for the wedding challenge group if you guys would like to join us. This might be for you. This might not be for you. If you know someone, please keep us in mind. And we got a lot of good feedback from that. It was either, this isn't for me right now, or get after me after tax season, because it was in January. Or nope, I'm a total gym person, but I know someone that this could work for. And so that's just kind of how we started. My first group, I started on deployment. I couldn't post anything. There's 5 people in there. I couldn't even access the site. My mom had to access it for me. But since then, I've had the people that were in that day one group, they're still in my group with me today. So I have a very loyal following, and it's because I've utilized my warm market. So if you guys are, I don't know the age range of the team or whatnot, but this is what I suggest. If you were to get married tomorrow, or if you were to have a baby tomorrow, who would you invite to that baby shower? Who would you invite to your wedding? If you're going to have a major birthday party, who would you want in that room? And those are the people that you want to start reaching out to. And it's not even a, hey, will you join me? It's just, hey, how are you doing? You want to start building those relationships, because eventually they're going to ask you how you're doing, and then you get to tell them about this awesome thing that you're doing. And they can hear the excitement in your voice about it, because this is something you really should be excited about. It's not something that you should be nervous about or intimidated to share, because if you're intimidated to share it, then you're not really excited about it and you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Another thing that really kept me motivated is that people are now depending on me. So I've referred this to someone and they're now depending on me. So I need to lead by example. So if I skip a day, that's telling them it's okay to skip a day. If I fell in my business, that means that I am affecting Katrina, because Katrina's my upline coach. So now Katrina's family and her business is relying on me. And I'm very much how can I serve other people? And I text Beeper once a month, I'm so sorry, I'm not doing you justice. I'm trying so hard. And she's like, girl, it's not for me. But in my mind, that's what keeps me motivated, is how am I serving other people? Because that's what you're able to do with this. So making sure that you really connect with your warm market. I have girls that I coach volleyball with. I have girls my sister coached with, and it's just simply reaching out and asking, hey, how are you doing? How's college? Where are you living these days? And then striking up a conversation, and they've either signed up right from the beginning, or I've gone back a couple of times. My mom's best friends, I've connected with them. My dad, he's a personal trainer. I grew up with a gym in my house, and I was overweight and insecure, and my dad sends me some of his clients. Because I will also get on the phone with my dad and say, Dad, I'm struggling this month. I'm not connecting with people. I don't know what my message is. I don't know what's going on in the universe, but it's not my month. If you know anyone who needs this, please let me know. And my dad's like, I'll think about it. And the next day I'll have a list of names. So it's really important that you guys build those markets, you build those relationships, but then you're also talking to your core, your rooted family members about this business. If you treat this business like it's a business, it's going to grow like one. And one thing that I always like to tell people is you hear all of these phone calls all the time. We sit on these calls constantly, and everyone talks about like, you just need to decide, you just need to do it, you just need to go after it. When you first started working out, did you want to work out every single day? Not at all. You still struggle wanting to work out. It is 100% okay to not want to do this one day. It's okay to say like, looking at my cell phone is the last thing I want to do right now. Like, oh my God, I have 10 messages. I don't want to respond to them. Like those can just sit there for a minute. It is totally okay to feel that way. It's not okay to stay that way. So you can have that moment, but then try to figure out why you're having that moment and work through it. Because I think a lot of the newer coaches end up quitting because they're so overwhelmed by it. They're like, I have to be in my phone 100% all the time. I need to know all the right things to say. You do not need to know all the right things to say. You do not need to be in your phone 100% of the time. You just need to be real and honest, and you need to be doing it for the right reasons. So really talk to your best friend, talk to your mom, talk to your dad, and talk to your sisters. And talk to them about the business. Don't talk to them about doing your workout or drinking your superfood shake. I mean, everyone needs a superfood shake, but talk to them about the business, because when you're talking to someone else about the business, you're bringing your dreams to life. You're not just like, oh, I need to hit Success Club this month, or, oh, I need to sign 3 people up. It's, this business is going to take me someplace. This business has opened me to new friendships I'm developing because of this business. And being able to talk to those people about it makes it a hell of a lot easier to get out there and to bring people onto your team. Sorry, I'm trying to look in the chat. Yes. Okay. So
I'm just a hype woman.
Okay. So when my husband and I got back from, when I got back from deployment and I was able to use social media, what I started to do is, my Instagram had like 300 followers. I had trash photos. I'm a storyteller, so people come to me to see my very long posts. Now that I have a child and a husband, I'm kind of getting funnier because my husband's a blonde. And when I mean a blonde, he's literally a blonde. The other day we were watching a movie, and you know how it's like resume? He was like, hit remuse. I was like, you mean resume? So like, my being married to him, like my Instagram has gotten a lot more entertaining. But you have to know who your audience is. People come to me because I am really good with writing. I write really long things. And so anyone who likes those, I know that they've taken the time to read it. So what I started to do is I would see who liked it, and I'd send them a message. Hey, how's it going? Hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. What's going on? And sometimes that would be 70 messages, and it would take a minute, but it started a conversation. And eventually those people started to sign up with me. Like, we were going through my stories the other day, and I had 130 people watch my stories, and every single one of them is either getting Shakeology, in my group, doing a program already, has bod. Like, I have hit my entire warm market just because I've taken the time to build those connections, and they're now bringing in family members and cousins. And so really don't overlook that. Everyone always says, I've gone through my warm market. You probably know every person on your Facebook, and you probably haven't sent every single person a message. I know I haven't sent every single person a message because I take the time to send the messages to the people I know are watching and following.
I was going to ask you a question on that. Have you felt like you exhausted your warm market, or have you just continued to like connect and grow from that? Or do you feel like you're just asking for referrals? How do you kind of combat that?
The other day I felt like I had exhausted my warm market, and then March happened, and I'm like, I have not exhausted this warm market because I found 5 new people. So what I have done with that is, anytime I go to work, like I'm in the Navy, so I change commands. So anytime I like go to work or I connect with someone new, I instantly add them on Facebook because it's growing my warm market. I might not know them yet, but I will know them in 6 months. I will know what they're liking. I will know what they're doing. So it's really important that no matter, like, anywhere you go, if you go to a house party, you are growing your warm market. That's not a cold market. You're about to be friends with those people, and it's going to be your warm market. If you go on a vacation and you talk to someone, find them on Facebook, find them on social media, and start growing your warm market. Because there's people that you know that need this, and it's just a matter of how you present it to them. So do you guys have any questions that I could like answer? Because I come from a very strange background. So like I told you about the Navy side, but I sold artwork on cruise ships from the time I was 18 to 21. So like if you've ever gone on a cruise before and it's like, come get the free champagne and we'll give you a free work of art, that was me. And I did art auctioneering. Like I could sell a $120,000 work of art. I can sell a $160 challenge pack. So I'm really good with objections and building relationships and doing it quickly because I had to do it in that environment. So if you guys have any questions on that, I can give you some feedback.
Yeah, that's so funny. I always laugh when you say that because I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. I have people don't have other questions. I just
go for it.
So if you were at SC4 right now and it's 6:24 and you have 2.5 hours left to hit Success Club, which means you help 3 people, if you don't know that, what would you do?
I would instantly, during this call right now, I would be texting my mom, my dad, and my sister and saying, I need one person. Who do you know? That is always my go-to because last month, you guys, I had a baby last month and I hit record numbers. So I hit Success Club 16 in my account, and then I had hit Success Club 2 the day before I had James, and Nick's count just sat, like nothing else happened. And I was so mad that it sat there. And the last day of the month, I had 12 hours left, and I said, I'm hitting Success Club, and I hit it with 45 minutes left. And it was because I sent my parents that text message, who do you have? And my mom brought me her best friend from high school. So have those people. It might not be your parents or your sister. It could be your best friend or just someone you're really close to. Have those people that you can bounce ideas off of because they are thinking of an entirely different set than what you're doing. So have that in your back pocket. Also, go through and see who has placed Shakeology orders from you before and be like, hey, it's been a while. Do you need more? And then they can place an order under their spouse's name or their mom's name, or you can work the system that way. I've done it with a different email address, and it goes through that way. And then following up with people, getting in on your story and make excitement. If you know someone that is ready to join and it's a money issue, offer them $10 to $20 cash back. I will give you $10 to $20 right now. If like, don't tell them that. Think of the number in your head because obviously they're going to be like, give me $20. But think of it like if you invest in you, I will invest in you. I believe in this so much, and I know the second you hit play and the moment you drink that shake, you're going to love it. So I'm going to invest in you because you're investing in yourself. You're taking a chance on me. I'm taking a chance on you. Yes, their chance is a little bit riskier, but like you're going to make that money back. Yeah, it costs you $10 or $20 right now, but you're going to make it back. Or if you know they love Amazon, I'll give you an Amazon gift card. But creating the FOMO, like you have this really good deal, but it is only available for this time left, and you just need to help one person. That has really helped me. But you guys have to create the FOMO yourself. You have to want it bad enough because there's always more people who need this. People constantly need this. There's always more. So you just have to figure out what works for you. What works for me really well is reaching out to my family and saying, what are your ideas? And then going through and following back up with people. And if you sign up by 9 p.m., you're getting $15 cash back. You're getting an Amazon gift card. I'll buy the portion control containers for you because people really want those. So like saying I'll buy the portion control containers for you, they're like, what? Yes.
I love it. And it honestly, like, I think on one of our calls this week, Cassidy was telling us, like, if you go into this and you're like, I have this urgency, I need it to happen, but in your mind, you're like, I'm not going to hit it. I don't think anyone's ever going to sign up with me. I don't have the confidence. I don't know if I'm going to continue to show up in my workouts. that's going to channel into that invite, even though you're creating urgency and FOMO. So you have to be in that right headspace. Like turn on some Lizzo, pump yourself up, drink the pre, and then go send those follow-up messages or text messages or calls or whatever you need to do to make it happen. For sure.
You guys, I have been Diamond. I don't know how much time we have longer, but I have been Diamond since May. I can count on my hand how many times I haven't received a paycheck from Beachbody since I joined. And I haven't done a lot. I am kind of like a lazy coach. I hate to say that, Maddie, on your team call. It didn't click in my head. It didn't click in my head until November. I turned in our tax stuff the other day. Nick's tax form for 2019 was $1,000. 2019, Nick earned $1,000 from this business. In the month of February, I had a baby, you guys. In the month of February, we earned $1,100. Like what Nick earned in a year, we earned in a month. And it's all because I changed my mindset that there's always more people. It's because I learned the back office and placement. And it's because I just really put myself out there. I don't care anymore. Do you want this? You need this. This is why you need it. And you just have to believe in yourself. I was so thankful that Maddie asked me to talk on this call because I used to have team calls. When I went on maternity leave, my downline quit. So I hate checking my back office because I'm preparing myself for it because I'm going to lose Diamond. I'm just waiting for it. I'm just waiting to look. But I'm trying to rebuild my mom so I won't lose it, or I'll only lose it for a week or two. But I was in a really negative spot in March because I was so angry. Like, what did I do wrong? I had a baby, and I still hit good numbers. Like what's going on with them? And I had to remind myself, and I came late to the party in March because I was in that like poor me mindset. It's not me. It's not my fault. It's them. Like I can only control me. And you guys need to remember that you can only control yourself. So if you're struggling with your downline, or if you're having issues, or if you're just not connecting right, take a step back and be like, what am I doing? They quit because I took a break. I wasn't in their face constantly. But I kept going. I just didn't show them that. So be very forgiving with yourself. Be very mindful with yourself. Just everyone fails. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to send the invite, because I have a girl who reached out to Maddie today about coaching, and she's she's in my challenge group, and literally today she's like, I want to be a coach. I'm like, okay, well, we'll make that happen. And then she texted Maddie. So it happens to all of us. So don't ever feel discouraged. Everyone builds this business the way they want to build it, and it'll go as fast as you want it or as slow as you make it. You just have to want it. You have to decide.
I love that. I think it is so awesome to have you, because it's not like you've done the most amazing thing and you're on this pedestal. Like, you're right here grinding with us. Like, you're in and out of Diamond. I'm in and out of any star Diamond, and it's frustrating. And you feel like, oh my God, what am I doing wrong? Like, I had a coach who she's half an emerald away, and I thought she was going to be the next Diamond, my first one of 2020. And she's like, I don't want this. I don't need the money. I don't need it. And I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Right? And I had a pity party for myself. And then I was like, all right, who's the next one? Who am I going to find that wants this as much as I do? Because they're out there and they need it. Okay. The last question I'm going to ask you is just like the national wake-up call. How has Beachbody changed your life?
Beachbody gave me the confidence that I have lacked. I have always, everyone was like, you've always seemed so confident. Fake it till you make it is such a real thing, you guys. It is legit real. I grew up in a very loving, supporting family, but I also grew up in a family where I had sisters who had a lot of needs. They were like the crazy party kids who were drinking at school and doing all the bad stuff. And I just had the mouth. Like I talked back. And so I had really good work ethic from a young age. I was good in school. I always was where I needed to be on time. And so my parents told me from a very young age, we don't have to worry about you. And that made me feel like they just didn't care. And it created a lot of insecurities and self-doubt. And I struggled with that for a really long time, to the point where at 16, I said, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And I graduated a year early and I bounced. But my plans fell through. And so I bounced from a lot of places. Working on cruise ships is awesome, but you also are kind of an alcoholic. And I made a lot of mistakes. And then I came home and I got into several really unhealthy relationships. And I joined the Navy to run away from that. So I have a lot of things I'm still healing from. I have a lot of anxiety. I have a lot of depression. I spontaneously married the man who slid into my DMs. I'm not kidding. We spent 36 hours together and we got married. Like, I'm a hot mess over here. But my husband is exactly who I need, because he's super calm and patient, and he can talk me down from all of my craziness. And I was on deployment, and the Navy rocked my world. The Navy punched me right in the gut, and I was like, I am getting out. I don't care what I have to do to get out, but I'm getting the fuck out of the Navy. Like, this is not my thing. And then I was presented with Beachbody for 3 months in a row. And I'm like, I just spent $15,000 on a piece of property. I'm planning a $10,000 wedding. Like, I'm on deployment. That's not happening. And finally in Thailand, I said yes. And from that point on, I've fallen in love with the Navy. I never stand on a scale. I don't care what the fuck that number says. I'm sitting here drinking a beer. Like, I like pizza. I like IPAs. I have helped so many people, and I feel like I've found my purpose. I've always been a talker. I've always felt like the words that I need to say and that I want to write will help someone. I just didn't know what pedestal or what avenue I was going to deliver it at. And I found that now. I have the best friends ever. I used to have the shittiest friends. Oh my God. I had some awful friends. Don't have that anymore because I've created boundaries. So my Instagram handle is Payton's Pursuit of Happiness, and I'm on that pursuit. And I want to help other people get there. I'm determined to make sure my daughter doesn't grow up with the insecurities that I had. But if you do the work, you'll see the results, and Beachbody has shown me that. So that's how it's changed my life.
Oh my God, like, I literally kind of got emotional. That was so good. I feel like that was so rehearsed. Like, I was gonna ask that question, because I'm always like that was good. But thank you so much. I think that was so helpful for the coach that's like, I don't know if I'm going on the right path. Like, you feel like you're taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but just know you got to trust the process and just continue. Even if you're walking through mud, then the next day you feel like you're in a lake of beautiful, clear water, and then all of a sudden you get hit with a wall again, right? Like, it's going to happen, but I really, really appreciate it. Does anyone have any questions for Payton before she gets back to the little baby?
Can I ask a question fast? Do you have any advice for reaching out to your warm market? Like, I feel like, I don't know why, but I've never, like, I feel so awkward, like, reaching out to, like, aunts, uncles, and cousins. Like, I'm constantly, like, in the cold market.
I always just start with, like, hey, how's it going? It's so easy to say hi to someone. Like, you know how to be a friend, you know how to be a family member. So I always start with hey, or I'm the 26-year-old who's always like, hey, auntie, hey, uncle. I'm straightforward with them. Like, hey, I started this new thing and I've been super like nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous, but I'm so nervous to present it to you or talk to you about it. But would you hear me out for a second? Or, hey, I started this new thing and it would be freaking awesome to have you in it, and we can like trash talk each other. My family's super competitive, so my family's like all up in this. They're like cussing each other out, and there's group chats. And so you just have to find, like, you have the relationship with that person. So think, like, pick up your phone and talk to it. Like, hit a voice memo. You don't have to text it. Talk to them. Like, hey, I'm doing this thing. You should do it with me. Hear me out. And talk to them about it, because then they'll hear it in your voice. Or be straightforward. I'm super nervous to talk to you about this. I don't know why, but I have to send this message. Say what you need to say and hit send. Chances are, if you lead with, I'm really nervous, they're not going to leave you on red. They're going to be like, girl, why are you nervous? Like, I'm your family member. We're cousins.
Totally. And like, what is the difference? Like they say no, you see them at Christmas, and then most likely they're going to be like, so what was it? Because they're old and they don't really understand technology, right? They want to know. Or maybe you have to pick up the phone, and that's almost the most nerve-wracking for me. Like I was talking to my uncle last week, and I was like, oh my God, why am I nervous? Like I talk to these people that are so much like more deserving of my time than my uncle, but like I was nervous too. Like I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I get nervous as well with sending those warm invites, so you're not alone. But I think that's such helpful tips too. Voice memos are
Make it like as personable as possible, and just don't be nervous about it. Like say, I'm sending this while I have the courage. And I know we have less than a minute, but I'm going to tell you guys, always say a prayer. Like Tuesday night, Wednesday night, say a prayer. Like it works. It comes full circle. I don't know if you're religious, but just say the prayer.
Love it. All right, let's take a pic really quick before it kicks us off. I don't know who's in the top right, but it's somebody's room. All right, smile. Sweet. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Payton, for your time. I really appreciate it. Have an awesome night, you guys, and I will see you on Thursday.